welcome back to the Honest Edit podcast with Holli and Scarlett. And today we have Stephanie Quadri, our superstar stylist, fashionista. She's helping us actually figure out what to wear in our closet. So we're really excited to bring Stephanie to the team and share all of her expertise with you, because there's so many times that we hear from clients and we see it. We have a full closet and there's nothing to wear. So we're really excited to see you. Welcome to the podcast, Steph.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here with you ladies.
Yes. Stephanie lives over in East Dallas with me. Our boys go to school together, and then they became friends, and then we became friends. And it was one of those things that you want to hang out with cool parents and I was like, okay, good job. You made a cool friend, and I like their parents. And so, we've been buddies, but Steph has been doing, like I told you in the intro, she's been doing styling and wardrobe, everything for years and years. So she's an expert in the field. And we wanted to talk through organizing and client experiences that Scarlett and I have a lot.
So I'm just getting to meet you, and I've worked with several wardrobe stylists, but never together. It was always they came in to curate a closet, and then I would organize after them. So I'm very curious to hear about your methods, how you approach, the client experience, how that's it really runs parallel with organizing. But I did notice a lot that with some wardrobe stylists that they kind of have their own way of putting, clothes on a rod and kind of reminding clients, okay, is this what you're going to wear? Or this is how it just stays so you don't forget or whatever. So super excited to have you here and talk about those things.
So first I want to go through how we got here. So tell us a little bit about fashion over the past 10 to 15 years. We're hearing a lot of things about fast fashion and capsule wardrobes. And I know you've been doing a lot of super fancy editorial stuff when you were at Neiman's and stuff, but you're also working with the everyday client. So tell us a little bit about how the industry has changed and what, you're focusing on now.
Well, I think coming from an editorial background and working with models, and then also working with real people, not that models aren't real people, but I think it puts a really good perspective on fashion in different ways. It has come a long way in the most recent years, especially with fast fashion and runway to railway, and how sustainable fashion plays a role. And I think that I think that for me personally, there's always trends, and those are going to play a part in retailers, and we will always refer to them. But when I was at Neiman's, we almost took out the trends because we felt everyone has more of a personal style these days. It's not necessarily trend driven, but there will always be trends that will always be a part of the runway, and what designers speak to. But then I think there's a way to incorporate those into your wardrobe and who you are and what your personal style is and what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And for me, I'm really less trend driven and more what suits the person and their lifestyle and works on their body.
So is that why people are buying more clothes than ever, is because of the trends? They want to follow something and it's not necessarily going to last for the next season?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've certainly been guilty of that in the past of I want to try all the trends. But then as I've gotten older, I've really stopped doing that because I was buying things I didn't necessarily need that were maybe from cheaper places. And I really feel like it's way more important these days for me and for clients that I would work with to think about what they want to invest in and what pieces will really last and what you can continue to work with in your closet. Maybe you bring in a trend here and there because you want to try it out, but it's not a trend-driven wardrobe. But yeah, I believe that people do shop a lot, and consumers just want that. So many things are in your face, nonstop, Instagram, TikTok. Oh, I want that. It plays on your kind of instinct to just buy something right away because you like it. But really, once you get that, how many times are you sending it back or it sits in your closet and never worn. So
I feel like there's two types of people. There's like people that go into the stores and try on the clothes and have the whole experience, or it's just we're buying things online. And I felt like whenever, like now I have a better understanding, but when I was younger and I was working at Fossil and everything was trendy and everyone was, you know, balled out all day, and I'm like, I just want to wear my jeans and t-shirt. But I would just buy stuff online and then it wouldn't be perfect. It wouldn't fit. And now I understand the importance of like having a piece that really feels right for my body instead of just buying like, you know, the $10 Old Navy dress that's going to like be cute for like 3 things. And then next year it's going to be in tatters. So the trends constantly changing is hard for us. That's where you come in. You can say, no, you don't need this. You need that.
yeah.
So realistically, how much of a closet is functional? Like when you walk in there, as far as like what people can keep, what they feel like they can wear, what works for them, you know, aside from the trends, just how they feel or how it looks on them. Like, do you feel like it's a lot of like the part of the closet or very little, or do you do a lot of changeover?
I think it really depends on the person and what you're walking into. Like I had a client once who I was really styling her for a shoot, but you know, going through her closet and she was doing a shoot for different publications, and it was like 3 different publications. One was more trend and one was more conservative. And it was like put together some looks for both types of shoots. And with her, for instance, a lot of this, she had a lot of the same things, and she really wanted to have something different than she was used to. But also people are, you know, kind of set in their ways sometimes with like this, I wear this and I don't wear that, and I like this and I don't like that. And so I think it depends on the person and how they've collected clothes in their past. I mean, I would say probably anybody's closet, including mine, is probably, you know, 50% is what I probably actually wear. And there are some things myself I have a hard time getting rid of. But I will say there are times when I constantly go through and clean out my closet. There are times when I feel in my heart like that's going to come back and I'm going to want to wear that one day. And those are, like I said, the pieces you invest in more, where it's like, I'm not going to get rid of that because I do feel like I'll wear that again someday.
Yeah, and I mean, trends do come back always, and I feel like we have clients that do one or two things. They either hold on to pieces for forever, like I'm talking 20 years, or they're constantly changing it up every single week, and they're shopping and cycling through. Now, whether that's expensive or not, you know, what do you feel with people holding on clothes? If that trend is coming back, does that serve them? Does that not serve them? You know,
If it's if it's like a quality piece.
Right. If it's a quality piece, I think hold on to it. I think if it's like, I don't know if we should name retailers or not, but you know, something that's inexpensive, I say get rid of it.
We can name
and start over. You can find another just like that.
Like keep the cashmere sweater, but get rid of the acrylic sweater.
Right. Or like the printed button down that's not silk, you know, that's just sitting in your closet with everything else.
So that's what we run into a lot with clients, is that there's double stuff.
Yeah.
And they continue to buy it because they like that, but then they don't see that they have it. So our job is to go in and really refresh that, which is a service that you're offering now. But people will buy the same thing, buy the same jeans, buy the same cut. And so what I love about how you work is go in and identify, here are all your wide leg jeans, here are all your black t-shirts, here are all this, like let's tone it down so you have space, because we run out of space constantly in closets. I've never had a client that is like, oh, I have this 1 whole foot of hanging space that we can like fill up. Like that never happens. There's always so much stuff. So I feel like that's why your work is so important. And then working with an organizer to like make it actually fit. So when you go into your closet, you're like, I'm going to wear the stuff that is that was a trend that I'm going to keep is stored in a place. And when that comes back down, we can bring that down. But like my everyday stuff, I feel really good in, because it just gets overwhelming. And then you have trash in your closet and it's taking up space, and then your brain can't function. Yeah. I just this is the first time I've been at Scarlett's new house. Hence the new background. Y'all saw that last time. But I went into her closet and I was like, what?
I'm dreaming of a closet like that.
It's so pretty. It's like, you know, that like you have,
Maximized it already.
yeah, but you know that you have like someone who loves fashion and likes to look good, and then also has quality pieces. And then she's organized on top of that. Like I felt all of those things. I'm like, Scarlett can come in here and she can like dress to the nines, or she can like put on her workout stuff, like whatever she's doing, she sees all of her beautiful stuff. She knows it's not crowded, and this is how a closet should look and feel.
I think it's just, for me, it's just how it feels.
Yeah.
And Holly brought up kind of like the differences between what we do, kind of touching on what you do. I mean, I spent a considerable amount of time in fashion, but it wasn't really until I was working with our clients that I kind of knew what a wardrobe stylist does and how they curate, a client's wardrobe. But can you tell, like, everyone here exactly what you do, what value you provide, just so that they have a clear understanding of really what a wardrobe stylist could do for them?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think ideally the process would be the same every time, but it's not, maybe. But ideally, I think we begin with, taking what they have and really, hopefully there's someone there to help organize, but also me helping them edit through like what is to keep a keeper and what's to let go of. And there are really great ways to let go of things these days as well. I might mention, like, you can sell things on Poshmark, or you can donate them or recycle them somehow. But so I think, it's you should part ways with things in your closet at least 4 times a year, in my opinion. But if you go through and you edit the wardrobe and really pick out, because I mean, if you're wearing a black t-shirt, which I wear lots of black t-shirts, I really probably have like 3 that are my go-tos. Do I have more in my closet? Yes, absolutely.
I counted mine this morning. I have 11 black shirts.
I bet you both beat. I probably have about 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I probably have about 20 as well.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of that. But in my brain, I know like the top 3 that I go to with a skirt. What do I go to with my jeans? And so I think helping somebody, sometimes it just takes someone else's eye and someone else going in there and saying like, okay, let's get rid of these and let's keep this. And sometimes maybe they're trying it on. Sometimes they're not. It just depends. Like I've had clients that don't like to try things on, but that's a little bit harder. I feel like it's helpful to see things on people, but it might take longer. So it just depends on how much time somebody wants to spend too.
Yeah.
But I think going through and editing their closet, having a conversation of where they are in their life, what they feel good in, what they dress for. Like, are you going to work? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Are you, going out a lot? Are you not? And kind of figuring out what they need in their closet.
Now, that might just answer my next question, but is there, because when Holly and I go into a client's space, we have our methods, there are certain things that we'll look for, like right off the bat. Is there something that when you enter someone's closet, you're already looking at going, okay, what's going to give me the telltale signs of how to run this, session, or how I can help them? Or like, is there something that just always you look for first in someone's closet?
I would say my experiences have been so different with the different clients that I don't know if there's one. I think the conversation with somebody and getting to know them and what their goals are really helps me figure that out. And then to go to, what do we go to next? People, it depends on their lifestyle. Again, like, are they wearing jeans all the time? Are they dressing for work? What do they need help? What part do they need help in the most? And then I kind of go there and start there and think, but I think everybody's a little bit different. But for me, and also people's stuff isn't always in their closets.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Multiple closets, so
Yeah.
storage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it can be a lengthy process. It depends really, again, on how much you want to dive into it. If you want something quicker, let's focus on one aspect. If you want something broader, like we can really dive into everything and do a really big clean out and re-edit your wardrobe. And then we can go shopping from there if you want. If you want me to fill in the blanks, or you have something specific you want to dress for and you don't know what to wear, I can help with that. And sometimes it's something as simple as learning how to wear something you already have in your closet differently.
Yeah.
Like I even have a friend who is also a stylist, and just me going into her closet when you're going to I was like, why did I wear that skirt with the t-shirt? She's like, I've never worn that skirt with a t-shirt. I hadn't thought about that. And then she put it on. She's like, wow, I really like this. So sometimes it's just a matter of figuring out how to wear it differently.
One of the most helpful things that my girlfriends and I did after I had Max and my body kind of leveled back out to whatever the new size and shape is everybody went and laid on my bed, and I came out and put on almost everything in my closet. And they were like, it was kind of like in Sex and the City when they're like, keep toss. It was so much fun. Yeah. We had music on. It wasn't stressful, but I would come out and they would be like, yes, no. And there was like four women there, 4 or 5 women. So like different opinions, but getting a different opinion on someone, because you might think this thing looks fire on me, but it actually is not your color. Or someone's like, no, that was like, 290s or 2 whatever. And so I got rid of, I think, like 7 bags of stuff that I've been holding on to. And a lot of it was trendy from when I was working at Fossil. And I'm like, I don't need this Old Navy t-shirt anymore because I can elevate my style with X, Y, and Z. So having a second opinion or just someone to come look is great. And then having someone who actually, it's like their profession and they're experts is huge, because you have all the background to explain to someone why this is a trend or why this material isn't going to hold up for the next time it comes around. And then having an organizer with you on top of that makes the process go so much smoothly. Yeah. So they can be getting down the stuff from the other closet or the other side of the house while y'all are going through a rack.
Right. Or separating out, items and putting them in the donate pile and then putting things on the keep rack. And then we can really get into the putting looks together outside of what are you keeping? Like, how are you wearing this?
Can we touch on capsule wardrobe and kind of what that means to you? Because that's a lot of what I think we run into, is that either we have a closet with so much stuff or someone has tried to capsule and have those special pieces and then it just works better for them. So can we touch on that a little bit?
Sure. I think the idea of a capsule wardrobe has changed from what it used to be. And now I would say maybe it's like 30 to 35 pieces in your wardrobe that are go-tos that you look good in, you feel good in, that work with different, whether it's a skirt or a pant that you're going for, and just 30 to 35 items that can work together cohesively, but also maybe they don't all work together, but it's pieces that you feel good in, you look good in, and you're going to be confident wearing. There are staples that I think everybody should have, like a trouser, a good trouser, a good denim. Obviously, denim's a big thing these days, and by all means, have your denim. And even you can go into the trends with denim, but let's not wear things that don't suit us. And so denim, and then a great jacket. Even a trench coat, I think, is important to have in your wardrobe.
I used to wear this all the time.
I think it's still important to have one. A blazer. Who doesn't need a blazer at some point where you throw it over your shoulders to go out, or you wear it to work? A really great blazer is important. Now, everybody's different heights. So, like for me, skirts are mostly shorter in my closet, although I do like a long skirt. I think a really great skirt that you can wear day to night is important. A dress, whether it's a formal occasion or an informal occasion. There's certain things I think everyone should have. And for me, that's kind of what a capsule wardrobe is, more than like, oh, let's have our beige and our black and our neutrals and make sure everything works together. I don't know that that's the
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that. I feel like I see that a lot with capsule wardrobes, and that was starting to confuse me. And I really didn't know what was the most current definition of capsule wardrobe.
I feel like the Kardashians introduced this like color aesthetic thing, and then everything in our homes turned beige and or cream or whatever. And I feel like having, just like in a home, having those core colors for your home, and then you can design around it. Like Scarlett doesn't have a lot of loud colors in her home. Everything is very classic and minimal, but then there's these touches of pops of color or something unique. And so just like we do design in our home, we design our wardrobe. So like you're wearing, you know, a silk dress and you put on like a little, I don't know, handkerchief or like a bandana or something, and you can dress something up or dress something down. And I think if you're not, I think having a professional like Stephanie coming to help you, and you've even helped me of like, no, do this with that instead. And I'm like, oh, this opens up a whole new, so it's like a brain block because we're constantly being sold to. Yeah. And we're like, oh, it's everything's supposed to be skin tone color or this or that. And some of that does not help for people. And I think also knowing your color palette is huge.
Yeah.
And however you feel about AI, there is, you know, you can upload a picture and they can tell you your color palette. And I think that really aligns. So like that chartreuse shirt, while I love that color, is not my color.
Yeah.
Okay, well that helps us. And then I think that helps me like understand a little bit more and helps give like some guidance too. Because when they came out with like, oh, capsule wardrobes, like 12 pieces, I was like, the fuck it is. Like I'm not, I cannot do that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I can't have only,
Yeah.
you know,
Like, what am I going to wear? Yeah.
Some things I'm like, there's no way I'd get more so fast.
Yeah, there's probably certain people that might work for, but not everyday person, I wouldn't think. And I think too, accessories at what point are important too. Like to change up your look, accessories are important to consider. Handbags and jewelry. And
Man, I feel like as I don't know, a young woman, I was like, oh, I want to go buy all the little 4-pack of earrings or whatever at Target, and then it's like a trend. Then they tarnish and they're crap and you don't ever use them. And I see that a lot of that with clients that have young children or like young girls, like tweens. And so now I'm like, oh no, I'm going to buy a real gold. I'm going to buy a real gemstone. I'm going to do that. And then those are the things that are going to last for a long time, and I'm going to love it, and it's going to become part of my look. So there's a definite like shift there. But like I used to spend so much money on crap jewelry, and I still have fake stuff, but like I have stuff that is going to last and it will stand the test of time, I guess.
yeah.
It's so nice to have someone else help you do that too.
But I also think there could be a balance too.
Sure.
Because for me, especially since I did spend so many years in fashion eons ago, you know, I like the nice pieces, but then I want something fun.
Yeah.
Like
Like a staple piece. Yeah.
And I think vintage is a great way to go for that.
Yes, and she's great about vintage stuff. And I just feel like it's fun and playful, but maybe it's not too expensive where you feel like you're spending a little bit of money, but you're intentional and you're keeping that balance so you can have those key pieces like you like, but then have some playfulness every now and then that could be recycled out or donated to a friend or given away and let go. And it's okay. It's not like breaking your bank if you're not doing too much of it.
I remember like I just wanted to go to Sam Moon's and spend my whole paycheck. It was like, you know, it's still there. And now they have like they have a shoe, they have all the things. It's just like everything being made in a factory far, far away is there. And it's like smells. We just had a conversation about toxic things, and it's like the off-gassing of all the plastic. Well, you'll be all right. So one of the things I did to change it up is like we did the friends come over and help you clean out your stuff. And then we also did a clothes swap. So like all of my girlfriends, we went through our closet and we brought like a bag of good stuff that like you would want to give to your friend. Like if it's a shitty old t-shirt, donate it, recycle the fabric, whatever. But we brought that and then we set up clothing racks and we actually did like a vision board night and then we did a little shop. And it was so fun because we all got new pieces that we loved that, you know, somebody was done with. And so that's a really great way to make it fun and then also incorporate your friends and get second opinions. And so, and then we're not all the same size, but there was stuff for everybody that worked out. And I scored some like really cool stuff. So that was a fun thing to do with friends. And it gives you like a little bit of confidence. And then you're not buying anything.
Yeah.
You're not having to spend any money. Yeah.
Yeah, and touching on the decluttering aspect, because we do a lot of that, and there's a lot of emotions that come up. And do you feel like, even though maybe something doesn't look right on somebody or doesn't fit them properly, do you feel like it's like do you know why people would struggle with that? Because I mean, there's some things in my closet I don't want to get rid of just yet. So I'm like, oh, I'll fit into it one day.
No, there's an emotional attachment that comes with certain things. I have some pieces from my grandmother, some fur coats and some dresses even that I probably will never wear. Like she was taller, quite a bit taller than me. And unless I were to completely restructure it, I probably won't wear it, but I cannot let go of that. Yeah. And, you know, it's just something maybe one day I'll part with. I didn't know if I have a daughter someday, which I won't. I have a son, and that's okay. Maybe you'll want a fur coat. You never know. Yeah. But it's just there's certain pieces that
your friend Holly will take any fur coats that you're laying.
I have actually, being a stylist, loaned those pieces to people for events or whatnot because I have them or I've used them in a photo shoot. So there are definitely things I can see that are hard emotionally or meaning like something you're never going to get rid of. So maybe there's a cedar closet or somewhere that you can put those items and keep them, but not your like main closet.
One of the things that I think society and our culture has done a really bad job of is like buy, right? Like we all know that. We don't have to go down that rabbit hole. But back in the day, our parents and all of these houses that we live in now that are 50 to 70 years old, that were built in the 50s, built in the 30s, they had a tiny ass closet because they only had like 4 pieces of clothing. They'd have like 2 nice dresses for Sunday church or a shower or whatever. And then they'd have like their house dress and then, you know, maybe some trousers. And so there wasn't, and we go into these closets that we have a full ass family of like 5 people there. Mom is in the midst of all of the trends. Her body's changed, all of the things, and there's no room because these houses were built. Most of these older houses were built for very small. We had small people and we had a very small wardrobe. And so they're like, I can't fit anything in here. And I'm like, yeah, because this closet's built for 20 things and you have 175 things in here. And so that's one thing to look at as well, is that you don't necessarily have to get rid of all of your stuff, but figure out what is going to be seasonal in that closet that you have. And then let us come and organize you. So when you do your season swap, so everything's not so condensed in your tiny closet. And a lot of times people would make clothes or they would tailor their clothes. And so like if I go to an estate sale and I find a vintage piece and it's wool or cotton or cashmere or silk or some good material that I know is still going to last forever, I will go have it tailored and I'll spend 20 or 30 bucks at the tailor to have it tailor made for my body. And then it'll last forever. Like I found a Neiman's cashmere sweater and like a cobalt blue, and it was like $15 in an estate sale. And I was like, I can make this work forever. And so you don't have to spend big money for that. There's thrifting is a lot of other thing, but like just remember that and there's always a point we can start over. So like if you have too much.
Yeah. And estate sales are great. Speaking of which, I mean, they're definitely a whole different.
Yeah, it's a different ball game.
You can't.
You got to be ready for it. Oh yeah.
It's hard to resist a great estate sale.
I know. And then estate sale jewelry too is so incredible. So this leads us to our next topic that Scarlett and I run into is like the body truth moment.
Yeah.
Because
and that's kind of what I was touching on a little bit. And that some clients have a hard time letting go, and I gotta tough love them a little bit because I'm like, it's not flattering on you. You don't even really like it, so why are you holding on to it? It's not a memory. It's not sentimental. You know why?
Yeah.
Let it go. I
think that as women, and I know that we have male listeners and other listeners, but because we're women and I work with a lot of women, like we have a baby, our body changes. We go through perimenopause, our body changes. And so most women have 4 to 6 different sizes in their closet because they had a baby and then they kept the baby stuff because maybe they're going to have another baby. And then they had their pre-baby stuff that like they want to get into. And so it's all just kind of a mind fuck in there. And so sitting down and being really intentional and having tools or having help to go through and be like, okay, what is my size right now? If I am currently in weight gain or weight loss or whatever size I'm trying to get into, put that next size there and label it. And so that like once I just did this with another client, like she had surgery, she gained a little weight, she was in a different size, and she's like, now I can go back and exercise and work out. And I'm like, okay, we're going to leave this next size because you have 30 pairs of jeans in this next size. We're going to leave these out. We're going to go through, so when you go and you get ready, you're not like going through and like, oh, this is too big, this doesn't work, whatever. And I will tell you, it took me a long time to get here, but the freedom of getting rid of shit that doesn't fit you and not having to be like flustered with the things, and you can just get ready and you can feel good. And I think it also takes a minute, like it takes that aha moment of like you putting on an outfit and feeling really good in it. You feel foxy, you like have the confidence. And if you can get a couple of those moments and a couple of those outfits in your closet, then I think it all falls into place. And then you're like, oh, I don't need to keep that bathing suit from 2006, 2006. So I think guiding people through that is a lot of what we touch on.
You brought up a good point of bathing suits and summer clothes and whatnot. I do feel like there are things that you can get rid of and feel good about that bathing suit from years ago. Like realistically speaking, bathing suits don't last forever, and you'll always find a better one next time.
I feel like that's like one of the worst things to try on, especially if you're not good about yourself. Like I used to do swimsuit competitions, like fitness competitions, and I have some of those swimsuits still. That has some memory piece. Something big. But you couldn't pay me $1 million to put that on itsy little bikini on or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I think it's like you're getting up. You already know that you got a ton of things to do during the day. Like your day is going to be busy. Like you hear these TED Talks and these hacks of like put your socks in your shoe that you're going to wear. Like put your outfit together the next day. For children, it's really important, and to teach your kids too at the stage that like. We have another episode coming up of like back to school and like going through clothes for the season. So Steph says we need to go through clothes 4 times a season. If something isn't fitting Max anymore, or I know that like by the time we get back around to this season, this isn't going to fit him, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. And so that way we are building confidence. He knows like, hey, I can get up, I can put all this on. It's going to fit. It's going to feel good. And you need to do that for yourself too. Because either you're going to get up and you're going to criticize yourself and feel bad about not having anything to wear, or you're going to get up, you're going to get dressed, you're going to feel confident, and you can go slay the day. And so it's almost like one of those methods and those habits that we tell you, or one of those habits we tell you about of like, set yourself up for success. And this is a really big part of like a woman's everyday thing. Like I have what my work wardrobe. It's the same. It's joggers and shirts, and the shirts are like from Old Navy because they're going to get nasty and I'm going to toss them and then I can get another $7 shirt and it's fine. And that's like, I have my wardrobe. I have my uniform for the day. And
everybody's job is different. So
Yeah.
that was another good point. It's like not everybody's profession requires a suit or requires, you know, it's you also have to consider that. So and my husband, who's an artist, he has a plethora of clothing that's like he gets paint on and he's constantly getting paint on pants that I buy him that I like. But he has those pants and like I'm so tempted to just like check them. And I'm like, no, if I get rid of these, he's just going to wear another pair and get paint on them. So
Yeah.
everybody has their wardrobe mess.
he's also a rock star too. So he does a lot of different things. Yeah. So he has a bunch of like cool rock star clothes too. So before we move into rapid fire, which is our new favorite thing, let's talk a little bit about the service that you offer and how you're partnering with White Space and with Organized DFW. So we have a couple different services. The first one is a closet reset. And so it's just like us, stuff gets paid by the hour. And the closet reset, tell us a little bit about what that looks like.
So the closet reset, I think would be the 2 or 3 hour visit, which I believe I would come in, have a discussion with the client, look through their closet, like go through what they really like and pull those things out and then maybe edit down. And then from there, if they want to continue doing more, whether that's like going shopping or having some outfits put together, travel assistance, seasonal wardrobe refresh, we can discuss that. But I think the reset's really more of like getting your closet pared down to what works for you right now.
Like first step is a closet reset set, and then you can come in and do shopping or like fleshing out all of the wardrobe or the capsule wardrobe.
Yeah.
And then Stephanie also offers styling for events. So like if you're mother of the bride or you're having a party or you're going to do some cool red carpet thing, like she can come out and get you in front of designers, but also bring things. So it's kind of a little bit of everything, but at least you have someone to start. And then Megan on our team, she comes in with stuff and she helps organize and get things ready for you to just come grab and go whenever you and Stephanie do. So it's a really cool dynamic duo. And next month, we will be showing our little video of how they came to our house, or they came to my house and helped me with mine, and it has changed my life. So good. I'm really excited that you're on the team and you can help us get through this because, good Lord, I need the help.
Yeah, well, I think it's also just crucial to have someone with your expertise because when we go in and we organize, it's part of our method to declutter or just help them prioritize the pieces that they need to keep. But we're not wardrobe stylists.
Right.
You know, we're focusing more on the time management of helping them with their space and, you know, setting them up for the success of being able to find everything that they prioritize or they keep or they want. And so with you coming in and really helping them be intentional about what looks good on them, what fits best on them, what fits their color profile, etc. And then we can, you know, come behind you and then they can find everything.
Sure.
And feel good about their space and have sort of what Holly talked about with my closet, thank you, which is you walk in and you go, oh, I see everything. This is great. And I know where everything is. And I know the categories and how you put it together and all that jazz.
And then when you're dressing for an event, you're not paralyzed by indecision or you're not pinning on something that like, you know, you need a slip for or special bra for or whatnot. So tell us, what are the biggest like purchasing mistakes that people make and what should we stop buying immediately?
Well, I was going to bring this up earlier, but I think that undergarments are really important and that a good fitting bra. in a dark color and a nude color are super important. And I think that people buying the wrong size undergarments is a mistake. I have, I really like this bra, so I'm going to try and wear this, but it really isn't working for me, and I know what works for me. And so I've really narrowed down my personal undergarment collection to like, these are my 3 staple bras, and this is my workout bra, and I just think that's really important.
Can you size clients for bra sizes?
I cannot, but I can recommend where to go. I certainly know how you do the measurements, but I wouldn't say that.
Because you don't have things they could try on for that size.
I would say it's really important to go to somewhere. I know Nordstrom's is really well known for doing a good job in their lingerie department for fitting. There used to be like a Maddox or something shot by us that was great, but I don't know if there is another.
That's what I did after I stopped breastfeeding, is I went back into Nordstrom and I bought one bra there, and then I got my size, and then I went to Nordstrom Rack and then bought several different bras in that size with that same brand. So like buying a bandeau or buying something especially as we age, like, and if you don't have boobs, you can disregard, but like, yes, having a good fitting bra that feels good, that you're not messing with, that you're not spilling out of, that's not too tight.
Even if you don't have boobs, though, I have friends that struggle with like, how do they make their smaller chest look
like filled out?
Yeah, or with what do they?
Excess that like kind of free flows right here.
Yeah, or after you nurse. But they're like, you want them to be lifted a bit.
Exactly.
I feel like that's what, like, I didn't even really process the fact that I should go and get measured until this conversation. And I mean, I was in fashion for a long time, and I always went off of those old measurements from like 20 years ago. I'm in my 40s now. I was like when I was 25, and those measurements clearly are not the same. But I'm buying stuff off of what I used to be and not what I am now. And then I'm struggling with it. So when you bought the good fitting bra, as of right now, I'm going through the thick of it with that.
Yeah.
Like, I hate this bra. This doesn't work. This pinches me. This feels uncomfortable. Why is this weird? Because I really don't know my measurements.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing that I think we forget about as women, because I don't know, it's just, we're not thinking about it. We are all different sizes. There is not one boobie, even on the same person, that is the same size. We have all different sizes. So if you're a size 10, you could be 3 different measurements within that size. So we're being marketed to of like, in general, this is what this is in general. And so finding like the size that actually fits you. So you could try, these are a little too tight, so try a size up, and a different brands are going to fit you differently. And so I have good bras and I have good underwear. And another thing about underwear and the non-tox is that a lot of clothes have synthetic fabrics. They're using plastics. They have PFAS in it. It's on your body in a delicate spot. You're getting all of that into your body. So I actually buy packed organic cotton underwear. And they're not super cheap, but they will last for, I think they'll last for like 3 years. And that's something I wear every day. I wash every week. And then when they get a little raggedy, I just buy fresh ones. But if you go to Target and you buy some shitty whatever, it's going to last for like 3 washes. And so those are the things that changing your mindset about your undergarments, because those are the most important. And what are people buying that like we need to stop buying?
Yeah. I mean, let me think about that for a second. I feel like you mean like current trends?
Yeah. Well, like
clothes.
Either whatever it comes to.
I mean, I feel like there's the jean denim trend has kind of gotten a little out of hand with going up and down so much.
I knew you were going to say that.
Obviously, I feel like the mom jean to me is just like, that works for a certain person, but It does not work for me. I wish the mom jean would go away. Personally,
There would just be an okayness about
whatever jean works.
because
I
I used to like flare back in the day. I really don't like that now. And then the mom jean
or the
We
barrel
went
jean.
to the barrel jean, and then we went to we can't wear skinny jeans anymore, but now those are coming
I
back.
refuse to give that up.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like that.
And in some runways that has come back. See how good and whatnot.
See,
So
it's
you
all
never know. I think whatever works for your body. And if you do want to try a trend out, by all means, just make sure it works. And some people don't care about being flattering or unflattering. They just like it, and that's fine. But for me, I think style is more about what looks good on you personally. And so I say like the random jean trend that's happening, like stop going and just buying it just to have that in your closet.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't work for you.
Jeans take up a lot of friggin' space in closets, y'all. And in our video that we're going to share, I'll show you a couple different ways that we fold jeans to make it work for clients. But yeah, that's a lot. No, I feel good because you did the thing. But I also will see, like, I love to go to Anthro and go in the clearance and then like just see, but I'm like, I don't need this other dress. I don't need this other thing.
I think clearance racks are dangerous.
They are
dangerous. It's there for a reason usually, unless there's like this one unicorn of a piece. You probably could avoid those.
Yeah.
But I think, again, it's all about balance. Kind of like I was talking about, like the accessories earlier, what we teach in our method, that if you're going to bring 5 items in, you need to consider 5 items that maybe were made these so they don't fit you right, or you didn't really love them. And perhaps there's a friend that might give them a better home, where they can wear them more. So we always kind of touch on that with our own organizing method, is that, okay, you can go shopping to have a little bit of balance.
Yeah. And if you bring more shoes home, where are they going to go?
Yeah.
I stopped that the other day. I almost bought a new pair of shoes. And I was like, crap, there's only a pair I want to let go yet. So
I've been really good about that new rule for this year, is that if I am going to go buy something, I got to figure out where it's going to go before I bring it home, because there's shoes that I still don't wear that I'm like, no, I'll wear it with this outfit or whatever. And then I just haven't worn it. It's just taking up space and getting dusty.
Yeah, I think generally speaking, as a wardrobe stylist, my hopes for your clients and for anybody I help is to help them have a clearer picture of what makes them feel good and what they're going to get up and put on, and spend less time getting dressed every day, because people want to get up and they don't. I mean, I've had those moments where I'm like going through a million different outfits. Like, I'm going to an art show. What do I wear? And I feel like in my head, I do struggle with that. So it'd be nice for someone to help me. Someone saying, hey, this is a great look. But that does kind of change seasonally too. That's why I say, like, seasonally refresh your closet, because the seasons change, especially here in Dallas. So.
No, I was going to ask you that question earlier. Is that where you said I suggest for you to basically edit your closet 4 times a year, and that's going with the seasons?
I think so, yeah. And also to move things around, like if you don't have a lot of space, like let's put the jackets in this closet and they don't need to be seen, and let's put our swimsuits away and we don't need to get, not that you're not going to go on vacation and maybe need them, so obviously keep that in mind, that they're accessible, but maybe they're not going to be worn as much.
And then you can save space for...
for real estate, exactly. So, but for me, it's like also 4 times a year, because there might be those pieces that you bought on a whim and they were trendy, and you're like, you know what, I really just am not going to wear this. And I think if you get rid of it sooner rather than later, like if something's been sitting there for a whole year, and you haven't touched it,
it's time, y'all. So one of the things I do for myself and tell clients is that if there's stuff in your closet and you're like on the fence about it because it's a fun piece or it's trendy or whatever, put it in your costume box.
Yeah.
You might have an 80s party. You might have, you might need fishnets for something. And then just let it be in there, and then it can jog your memory of what's in the costume box. I don't know. I'm in this era with my friends where we're doing a lot of like dress up parties, and we're doing whatever our book is for book club. We dress like the book. We just did yesteryear, and we all had like this beautiful like prairie dress looks. And so it's fun. So those are opportunities for you to move stuff out of your closet that you don't need, but you can still keep. So you don't have to throw everything away. But well, thank you so much, Steffi, for being here. Her name is Stephanie. I call her Steffi. This was great. I can't wait to share with you guys all the cool stuff that Stephanie and Megan are doing behind the scenes. And we're also going to go in a Scarlett's closet in a little bit and take some photos in there so you can see how put together she is. And then if there's nothing else to add, let's do some rapid fire. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, the most overrated fashion trend.
For right now, I feel like the tennis skirt.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's kind of everywhere. It's like, if you're not playing tennis or pickleball, like, why are you wearing a tennis skirt?
Yeah.
And I'm like, someone else being like, are you getting a tennis skirt? I'm like, no, I'm not. But yeah, for me, it's
a tennis skirt. Okay.
Wow. Did not expect you to say
Me neither.
that was a shocker for me.
What did you
I like it. I really like it. What is the most underrated closet item?
I'm going to say a really great blazer. That's just something I feel like is necessary.
Every time I see someone in a blazer, I'm like, damn, they look so good.
And just add a blazer.
Yeah.
Kind of look cool together.
Monica always got her blazer on, and I'm like, y'all look so put together. Yes.
T-shirt and jeans.
Yes.
I mean, and it really could go with anything.
I like that.
Yeah.
One thing every woman should donate from their closet.
Donate.
Or get rid of.
Tough one. Yeah. I would say like t-shirts, like definitely t-shirts that
Graphic
just
tees.
taking up space and just sitting there, and you're like, one day I'm gonna wear that, like those extra t-shirts that you don't wear,
Like the really big, large ones.
Yeah.
You get like a concert, or it's not really like a minute, you just got it to get it kind of thing. Yeah.
You're allowed to have a big t-shirt, weird pants for painting or like hard, icky work. But everything else, if you need to keep it, you can do a t-shirt blanket, which I'm going to roll my eyes at that too, because that never works out. Then you just have a bunch of fucking blankets sitting around. But if it's something like your kids' shirts from high school or all of your concert tees, I have a bunch of concert tees. I don't ever wear them. I put them aside. I was like, I'm going to make something cool out of this eventually.
Just wear them as jammies.
Or just as jammies. Yeah.
The only time you'll ever see me, because I'm not a t-shirt girl. I'm just not. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
I just wear them to bed.
To bed. Yeah. So you get all cozy.
Yeah.
Okay. What's one thing every woman should keep in their closet other than the blazer?
Yeah, I think certain jackets, like we talked about this, the trench coat, like you should have a trench coat in your closet, as well as a leather jacket. I'm a big leather jacket fan.
Just wait. Stephanie's about to start designing leather jackets in a very cool way for kids.
You'll see how many I have.
Yeah, I love them too.
So one of the cool things is that when Max and Vincent met, Stephanie's son, Vincent always wore a leather jacket to school, and we thought he was the coolest kid because we're over here in like an Old Navy puffer jacket, and he is just wearing the hell out of this jacket. And he just has such great style as a child. I mean, Max looks pretty ratchet all day, and he comes home filthy. I feel like we can't buy nice things, but the leather jackets for kids is so cool. And then it teaches them to like have cool pieces.
Take care of them.
Yes. Biggest wardrobe mistake.
Biggest wardrobe mistake. I would say wearing things that don't fit well is a big one. I mean, whether that's a pair of jeans or a shirt, a button down, that's gaping. I think if something doesn't fit well, it just makes it just,
like too tight or too loose.
Tight or too loose.
Yeah.
You're going to have a field day in my closet. Weight keeps fluctuating.
Because my favorite piece, but it was not fitting well. It's just, you don't look as pulled together, in my opinion. But
I feel like I've been going into that a lot lately. Stress eating. Last rapid fire question. What is the best wardrobe investment?
Best wardrobe investment.
Hiring Stephanie to come
Yes.
reset your closet.
Definitely.
Stylist. That's a tough one. I would say, like, I'm on the verge of saying a really great accessory, but also a great coat. It's like a really important thing, whether it's a long coat, you're going to New York, you need like a long coat, because that's always going to pull you together. I'm really big on coats, as you can tell, but I think that those pieces can be expensive and costly, and I think that if you buy a nice one, it'll last you for seasons to come, and that would be an important investment to consider.
And investing in the type of fabric.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
buy fabric, buy pieces that don't have plastics in them, that are, cotton, or wool, or cashmere, or like a good denim. Linen is always great for summertime. So
Boots too. I mean, like, I feel like a good boot is really important too. So those would be some of my.
Yeah, I love it. All great answers. Well, I'm super excited to read, or maybe a little scared if you can. Stephanie's going to have us looking wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us in this episode. And I feel like this was less kind of, I know we're talking about clothes, but I feel like it's more about finding your identity again and what you help or how you help someone to do that and allow them to be their most authentic, best or higher self with what they're wearing. And it shows confidence. And so I'm going to end with this. Obviously, we're going to be pushing you out. We're going to be taking photos and videos of our progress within our own closets. But how can our audience find you with your website or what you want to share with them today before we wrap up?
Well, seeing that I haven't finished my website, I won't advertise that.
I
think the best way to find me for your clients to be through your website, because that's where my information will be. But I do have an Instagram. It is private currently, but if you need to reach me, I'm definitely available on Instagram.
Yeah. We'll have links to how to get a hold of Stephanie and how to book with her as well on our site. So, all right, awesome. Let's go get in the closet.
Yeah.
Later, y'all.